Dorothea Dix was a Massachusetts school teacher who was really troubled by asylum, or people who should be in asylums being just put in prisons and jails and open population. Not so savory people, so she advocated for the creation of specialized hospitals, asylums for these people to live in. And the significance of this is that she started in the 1830s, and by the 1860s, 20 states had at least one asylum. Margaret Fuller was a prominent writer in the 30s and 40s. She was the first woman editor of the New York Tribune, and she was a big advocate for like the women's rights movements, and wrote like letters encouraging other women to get into writing and reading and self-educating and working to fight for better quality of lives and more autonomy for women. The Seneca Falls Convention, 1840, was like, I guess, organized by Elizabeth Stanton and Lucretia Mott, and they wrote the Declaration of Sentiments, modeled after the Declaration of Independence. And the Seneca Falls Convention was like a kind of formal beginning of the feminism and women's suffrage movements to ask for equal rights there in the 1840s. Also in the 1840s is the Doors War, or the Door War. Most states had gotten rid of requiring white men who own land to be able to vote, and instead, starting with, so most states had already gotten rid of the requirement for white men to own land in order to vote, except for Rhode Island, because they were afraid of lower class and immigrant people being able to, make policies or weigh in on policy. They didn't want them having any part of decision making. And so a bunch of the citizens decided that there was a no state constitution in a meeting called the People's Convention, and they elected their own governor, Thomas Dorr, to run their self-declared new state. And then they had a little rebellion thing, and the government sent federal troops to put a stop to them taking over the Rhode Island.